Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. And I know I've been a while, but hey, I've got some things in mind for the next couple of videos, so we're ready to go. And the season's gonna start soon, and I'm so keen to do a lot more videos coming up. And I'm so excited for Barcelona's new season. I'm excited for the Premier League. It looks like so many teams have so many great players, and it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm excited. But today's concept that I want to talk a little bit about is Barcelona's transfers over the last 10, technically it would be 10 years just of now. I know we're going into the 25-26 season, so I'm going to speak about the three latest transfers now. But yeah, I want to go through the different transfers that we've had, and I'm going to rank them with ST, top T, then A, like good but not like the best. Then you've got your mid T's. Not many that I can think of would be in there because I feel like it's the top two, nothing as much in the middle, and then bottom to C and F. I got rid of D. I made it F as in a complete failure. C is like you were competent, like you were okay, and then I wrote unknown. Like there were players that I have sort of highlighted in the sense of I'm not 100% sure if they were the person, if they were. Or it could be maybe one of the new ones that I'm not 100% sure about. So you guys let me know what you think as well. So this is what it is. So the best ones, like good, average, below average, fail, and then you've obviously got the unknown, like the ones that we just are not sure about. If you guys are like, no, I reckon here, let me know. There's like no reason to not, chat on this and let me know what you guys think. So this is sort of what it will look like. It'll all be on here. I've got everything down here. I won't show you because I don't want you to look ahead. First, and I think a lot of people will be talking by the name that I put forward, goes to Marc-Andre ter Stegen. So I'm going to leave him here now. We'll talk about him, then I'll put him in the right order. I think Marc-Andre ter Stegen is better than what most people think he is. I think there's been a lot of people with issues. There's been a lot of people, and look, the last couple of years has been not the best. I think it was the year after the Champions League of 14-15, maybe it was either the year after or the one after that, where it was just not great, and I think it went downhill. I don't think that... I think Barcelona fans make him out to be like he was the worst goalkeeper we've ever had, or have thrown a lot of shade at him. And again, like, I don't think... I don't want him to start, just so you know. I would love for him to be sold, but now obviously he's injured. Who knows what's going on with that. But I would actually say... And I know it will be controversy for a lot of people because I think we're putting too much recency bias into now. But I would actually say he would be an A tier. We bought him for fairly cheap. He came as a Bravo backup, and he was pretty good. Took over. Obviously, we won the Champions League with him. I think that more of recently he's made a lot of errors and hasn't been as great. But I would say that he still wasn't like horrible. And which leads me to my next person. I would say Bravo. Like, I love Bravo. I don't know what it is. I've always actually kind of enjoyed who Bravo was as a footballer. And obviously, like, we saw him being a great great starter, and obviously Marc-Andre ter Stegen took over. But the 2 seasons to me, like, again, not to say that 2 seasons are bad, but I would say that for me, it was like he had 2 great or maybe not great. Yeah, you know what? I would say they were great because I think that, like, he still did have a great season, but I would say he wasn't the highlight. And then obviously went into Man City, which was good for us because I think we needed to get rid of him as well. But yeah, I don't know. That would be mine. Look, I'm not into, like, I wouldn't say keepers are like my main things. I don't really care where you guys would put them. But again, I don't think we can fully say that ter Stegen was like bad. Look, I could hear the case for being in BT, but for me, I would still say that he's very, very high up for me. Next up, we've got Ivan Rakitic, and I'm going to put him straight into ST. I would say that when he came in 14-15, he played heaps of games, and then 15-16, like, from then till I think even when he left, I think he pretty much played consistently until the last season, where he still played quite a bit, but obviously, like, you could tell that he was coming to an end with Barcelona. But I would say that he was the guy that never complained, got the job done, was hardworking. And when you're coming into a team where you've got Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, and you're like the fourth man, and to fit in so well, and the fact that you scored in the Champions League final, that was so sick. To me, like, that's where I would put him. That's where I would have him. I'm a huge Ivan Rakitic fan. I really like him. I also do think that at the World Cup, when they made it to the final, I actually think that, like, everyone was giving Modric the credit. I would actually say Rakitic was better that tournament. But that's just my thoughts. Next up, we've got Luis Suarez. And I might move some of these guys down. If there's, like, one space that's, like, S is fully taken over, I'll obviously swap players down. And obviously, Luis Suarez was better than Rakitic. Luis Suarez to me, like, from all the footballers I've seen, is the best striker that I have ever watched. Would that be right? I saw a bit of Thierry Henry, but, like, I was young as... Look, great striker. I don't know. Yeah, for me, look, no. Suarez is definitely, like, the best striker, I would say. I think he's a phenomenal striker. He fit in so well, and I know his first season was a little bit slow, and I think people were worried. But I knew what he was like in Liverpool, and I'm like, mate, if he can do this, and I think also he was. I don't know if you guys remember, he played on the right a little bit in the first start to play Messi, and I think it was Pedro at the time before Neymar came. Oh no, Neymar was there beforehand. Sorry, yeah, but it was Neymar, Messi, Suarez, but then they swapped them around, and Messi was no longer playing a false nine role and started playing as a right winger, and that's where it all changed. So that's where I would have it. Matthew, I would put it CT. Like, came, sort of did the job. He came at the same time as Vermaelen, which I will put down as well as an F. But they both came together, and I was so G'd up for Vermaelen because I was like, this guy, I know what he's like in Arsenal, and I remember, I don't know if you guys remember FIFA days where this guy was like the fastest bloke ever. Like, everyone wanted him as a centre back just because he was like, whoa, he's fast. And when you're a kid, speed means everything. But just injury after injury, I don't think he played much. Actually, how many? I'm gonna check. Give me a sec. But yeah, didn't really play much. And then obviously Matthew, like, not like he wasn't this phenomenon of a player. But for me, I was just like, it was like, I liked him a lot. I think he did the job. Sorry, I don't like him a lot. Sorry, that makes it seem like he was my favourite player. Alright, here we go. Vermaelen played 34 games from 2014 to 2019. So in the span of 4.5 years, he played 34 games. Not great at all. Not great at all. You can't be signing players and seeing that result. It's not good enough. Next up, we've got Douglas. And I'm going to put him straight into F. Not great. We signed him as a right back. Didn't do anything. It was a time when Dani Alves had gone to Juventus, and we were looking for a new right back. And then because we had him, then we had Alexis Vidal, who was a right winger, right back. Was weird, but again, not great at all. Then, this year, we signed a phenomenal player. A player that I was so excited about. I'm a little bit Turkish, so I was so pumped. We signed Turan, and it flopped. It was a flop. I just don't think we signed him for the right way and style. I think when we signed him, I was excited because it was just cool to see him come. We were taking him from a rival as well. But then you watched him and you were like, oh, this is really bad. Like, this is really, really bad. This is not great at all. So I would say he was a fail. I wish he was higher, but I can't. Then we had Dennis Suarez, and he's an F tier as well. He went to Arsenal on a loan at one point, and he went here and he went there. Just nothing. I had a lot of hope, especially when him and another guy that I'll talk about, actually I'll just put him forward as well, Andre Gomez, these two, when they came, I was sort of like, that excitement of like, oh man, we're making some big signings. Bartomeu, you suck, you're the worst president we've ever had. But he was making these signings and I was like, oh man, two young midfielders are going to change it all up for us. And they were shocking, and this is when I think it was that year where I was like, can we just focus on La Masia and not worry about signing these big players anymore? Maybe one big player once in a while, but like, I just noticed that we just kept signing these players and we were just seeing nothing, like absolutely nothing. It was horrible. It was shocking. And it was really sad, actually. It was really, really sad to watch us go downhill with all these players we were signing for, like, I think Andre Gomez was like 40 million. I think Dennis Suárez was like 30 something. I don't remember fully, but I just remember it being so disappointing. Then we've got Umtiti, and I would say Umtiti was such a weird one. I'd put him there though. I would put him actually ahead of Bravo. I would say Umtiti, before his big injury, I would say he was phenomenal. Him and PK's partnership was awesome. Him at the World Cup, he was phenomenal. Like I didn't want France to win because like it was when I think it was the year where they knocked out it was when they knocked out Argentina in the quarterfinal. Yeah. I really wanted Messi to win it, but I really was cheering for Umtiti just because I was like, he's such a gun player. Injuries happened and then it went downhill after that, and I think like getting rid of him was so hard. His wages were getting ridiculous, and it was just like it ended badly. So I think same as Ter Stegen, where it's like they were good, but I think it left a bad taste in our mouths because of just the way it ended or the way it happened, and I think it to a point where it was just like a bit like, all right, time to move on now. Then we've obviously got Lucas Dean. Lucas Dean, I don't know what it is about him. Maybe this is biased. But I'm not a fan of him. I think he's playing the last couple of years he's been actually like fairly alright for Aston Villa, and before that with Everton. And I know like the 2 years that he was at Barcelona, he did alright. Like again, like I don't think he's a bad player. I just don't think it was what Barcelona needed. I think we could have done a lot more with the money. Again, I'll say this a lot throughout this video, where it was just a lot of players that we were just signing that were just not great. So I don't know. That's my thoughts. Next up, we have Cecilin. I would put him in the C tier. 3 seasons for Barcelona. I don't think this guy was meant to be like revolutionary. I actually don't think he was gonna ever be a starter. Sorry, I'm sick. But I don't think he was ever meant to be signed as a starter. I think he was always signed as a backup. I knew that he was a beast when it came to penalties, even though we barely used him for penalties. But again, like he wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. I think he was just it was a good occupation. I don't know. So that's my thoughts. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about him, because I wasn't a huge fan of him. So I mean, who cares about him? Then we've obviously got Paco who cares? Who cares where he is? It's hard. I would put him here maybe. Like he wasn't as okay. What order would I even put the? You know what? I don't care about the last order. They were all trash. I wouldn't say he would be F. I would still say he's a C. I just don't think he was. I don't think he was bad. I just don't think he. Now he's really bad. And even after he left us, he was like, you know what? Let's just leave him. I don't know. Maybe I should move him lower or whatnot. But anyways, he's just not making my team. So who cares? Then we've obviously got Deulofeu. I thought he was from our academy. I think he was. I don't think this is right. Let's put him there. I don't care about him. Oh, you know what? No. He had some good moments, but I'm sure he came from our academy. But look, I think there was times where he was a good super sub. I did want him to succeed so many times, especially when I was on career mode. Yeah, no, he started from us. I was right. Oh, there you go. I was right, and then he got loaned out 50,000 times. Yeah, cool. Let's just leave him there. Who cares about him? Then we've obviously got Semedo, and Semedo was. Average. Like, again, I don't think he was revolutionary. Again, you have to understand, we're still in a place where we are trying to find our next thing. We just have no idea who to sign. We've got no good right back. We keep going back and forth. And there were times where he actually played alright. I remember a Madrid game where he played pretty good. And for me, I was like, maybe he can be. And then it just wasn't. He wasn't consistent. And then obviously we sold him to Wolves for pretty good money. And if you know Barcelona, we don't sell players for money. So this was huge for us. The next person I'm about to put up here will be... Sorry about my chair as well. Will be a player that a lot of people will... Not that they won't like it, they will love... Barcelona fans will love him, Madrid fans will hate him, because he was one of our top scorers, and he was above a lot of Madrid strikers and forwards. But I'm struggling right now to work out. I'm looking at his name and I'm looking at his face and I'm like, but where should I put him? Because there's a reason why I'm saying this. Is because he wasn't there long enough. He wasn't at Barca long enough, and what I mean by that, he was there for one season. He scored 9 goals. He had a couple of assists. I'm gonna put him in A just because of I can't put him above I can't make him a higher tier than Umtiti and Bravo. But he was so, and you know what? I'm gonna do it for me because I liked him a lot. I'm gonna put Paulinho. This guy for one season when we signed him, I was so angry. Like genuinely, like I remember talking to my mates and I'm like, Tottenham, like I don't like Tottenham, and then we bought him from China, and I'm like, oh, we're just a stupid team. Why did we get him? And then he had a phenomenal season, and I was like, let's go. He's gonna be ours forever now. And then he leaves again, and I was like, thank you. I'm gonna put him down. I can't be too biased for that one season, but I liked him. I liked him a lot. Again, when he was scoring these goals, like just randomly, you were like, what the heck's going on? The next person, I'm gonna go up so you don't cheat, guys. Don't look at my list below. Next up, a lot of Barcelona players won't like this person. I don't know what that's for. A lot of players won't like him. A lot of players, but I think he deserves the B spot and a high B. Maybe even a high B goes to Ousmane Dembélé. I think he's gonna win the Ballon d'Or. I think people overreact with his play style. I think because we were so used to your Neymars, your Messis, your Suárez's, your Pedro Rodriguez's, your David Villa, that I think because this guy played, I think a lot of people were harsh on him. And people also say, yeah, but like he also had he missed a great opportunity against Liverpool, all this and all that. Like we also had him at a time where we were going downhill. His injuries didn't help, which is the season before we got rid of him, he was our highest assister. I think we try to make it work, and I think he tried to make it work as well. And I just don't think it worked out for either person. So that would be my one. The next person hurts me a lot because when we signed him, I was so excited. Oh, and also Dembélé will go there because good, but not that I'm really considering. I'm not really considering price. Maybe I am a little bit. Nah, let's put him there for price as well. Some of them, like their prices might have been a little bit like cheap. Anyways, it's fine. Then we've got Coutinho, and Coutinho goes into the F, and he goes at the bottom of F because of the money. At the end of the day, I know I'm saying that it's not like about money and all this and all that. It's still like, guys, come on. Like this is so heartbreaking. We sold Neymar, we bring in Dembélé, we bring in Coutinho, and you're excited about Coutinho because you're like, this is gonna be sick. And it was a flop, and then the fact that he got loaned out to Bayern Munich versus us and scored 2 goals, and it was 8-2, and it was not a good time whatsoever. I'm looking at this list and I'm getting a little bit depressed because I'm like so many Fs right now. Look, I can't say it gets better because I'm going to put a lot more in F. And tell me what you guys think. Tell me if you guys think I'm being too harsh with some of them. But again, I'm being harsh because I've got a high expectation for Barcelona players. Next up is Yuri Mina, and Yuri Mina will be F as well. The reason why I also put him in F is because when he tried to have a go at Messi as well when Colombia versus Argentina, so that's also a little bit of bias, but I don't care. I'm putting him there because I don't like him, and then he went to Everton and flopped there as well, so yep. Next up is a guy I'm putting in B, but I want to put him in C, but again, I'm putting him in B maybe because I'm being biased. Because I thought this guy would take over from Xavi and Iniesta, and he actually played well. Like he was not a bad, like Arda Melo was a great player. Like he was sick to see him when he came in, and I was like, we've got a gem in our hands. Played 2 great seasons, then we made the worst swap ever, and I think that's where it just went downhill for him. Actually, look, I have to put him there. I don't think he was like. But it's so hard. Like, I'll leave him here for now, and then I can move him around after. And then we've got Linglet, and I would put him about here. Like, I just think he was better than these guys. Yeah, better than him. Better than him. Better than him. Yeah, he was probably just, I don't know. He wasn't like bad. I think there was a time where I thought him and Umtiti would both be our centre backs, and I was excited about that. But I think those couple of seasons that he played for us, I think it just was like, I think the first 2 seasons he was great, and then I think after that it wasn't that great. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on him, but that's where I think. Then we've got Malcolm and another F player. Again, we signed him, and I don't think it was his fault. I think it was our fault. I think he was bought because I think we were desperate and we needed someone, and I don't know, there was a hype to get another Neymar, a Brazilian guy. I don't know, just not great for us whatsoever. Then we signed a player that I didn't want. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I didn't think he was bad. I just didn't want him because I was like, why the heck would we sign this guy? But then he came and he played well and he clutched up, and that man goes to Vidal. And I would put him above Paulinho because, Umtiti seasons, maybe like that. I don't know. It's so hard. I'll go through it again. I know I keep saying that, and you're all probably wondering, like, yeah, we get it. You're going to go through it. But again, Vidal was awesome. I think the 2 seasons he played for us, I liked him. I thought he was like another Paulinho, and I thought we were just going to keep buying players like that. And I was happy with it. Maybe he's a bit higher. Look, he had 2 good seasons. Look, I have to keep him there. Then we've got Murillo, and Murillo to me was just like, I felt like he was alone. That's what I personally think it was. Or maybe it was like we bought him and then it was like I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird one because I actually, I don't know about you Barca fans. I was talking to one of my mates the other day, and I said to him, I'm like, do you remember Murillo? And he goes, yeah, why? I'm like, yeah, but like, do you really remember Murillo? And he goes, what do you mean? I'm like, did he play for us? Like, we signed him. Did we loan him? Did we buy him? He goes, I don't know. I'm like, do you remember a game where he played? I'm like, no. I said to him, and he goes, no. I'm like, and he goes, do you? I'm like, no. Then I checked, and he played 5 games, but I thought at one point he played more games, and then at times where I'm like, did he play at all? I know he got injured for a little bit, but again, he was useless anyway, so who cares? He's an F. Again, see, this is what I mean, like, a lot of F plays. Boateng, I don't even want to speak about it. F, not great. I don't care. I don't know why we signed him. I didn't want to sign him. I don't care about him. He just came and got bread. Todibo, I would have loved to see him anywhere else, but again, like, Todibo's a weird one. Like, Todibo is one that I think when Barcelona players saw us buy him, we got excited. And to be fair, I think we probably get excited about any player we sign just because we want them to do well. We just didn't see enough game time of him. Then we loaned him out. Then we sold him. And again, everyone was like, why did we do that? But anyways, it is what it is. Then the next player, which again, I'm going to get a lot of hate on, and the 2 players that are going to be in A is Ter Stegen and the other person. I think we're thinking this guy is going to be 10 out of 10 every week. And I think we have to go, okay, I'm just going to tell you who it is. It's Araujo. He's an A. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care if you hate him. People will say, but like, the big games he has stuffed up. But man, at times when Xavi would move Araujo to right back and put Koundé there against Vinny, against Rashford when he locked them both up multiple times for Vinny, he played well. And then even when Martinez, the season that just went, got injured, he came in and had a phenomenal game. And again, I'm not saying that, like, I think that he is the main man. I would like if we went for, like, say, Bastoni and Kubasi as our centre backs. I would love that. I'm fair. That's fair enough. But again, came for nothing. He came through our academy. Then so that's why, like, he doesn't actually count, but he does because technically we still signed him from some. Anyways, he still has played. Like, he's been great, and the seasons that we've needed him, he's been awesome. Yes, he's made mistakes. That Inter one killed me. But I'm also like, but we also still conceded a lot of goals that game. Like, we didn't have to concede. I think we conceded 3 without him being on the pitch. So it's like, okay, yes, I get it. He's made mistakes. But to me, I think that he's still so, like, usable. He's, I don't know what I was going to say, honestly. But my next player is a player that I'm going to actually put in S tier. Because I think last year he was S tier. I think that when we bought him, we were in struggle street in some ways, and I think like he's actually been awesome. This season he's been phenomenal, and I do think maybe not S yet, maybe high A, and that's Frankie De Jong. I could be wrong. If you're a Barca fan and you see this, please tell me. Like, I want to put him here. We'll see. We'll see how we go. I'm gonna leave him in AT for now. Then we've got Frankie. Let me talk about him for a second. He's awesome. Love him. I think he's a great player. I think even for me, like earlier this season, I was saying if he doesn't want to get surgery and all this issues going on, I was like, for sure sell him. Because again, like, we can't afford him, and like there's too much going on right now that I'm like, I just don't think we can have him and do a good job. And I know that he's a phenomenal player, but I'm just like, I just don't know if it's wise for us to keep him when it's just not that great. But now, like this season, like he came on in the Madrid game in the second half, in the first time we versed them, phenomenal. And then since then, him and Pedri, the link up has been awesome. I think he's been phenomenal. Then we've obviously got Neto, and I think Neto would be like, you know, he would rotate in and out, and again, like, we got rid of him easy. He was no trouble. Maybe he was more like here. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Who cares about them? Then we've got Griezmann. And Tony Griezmann. I'm going to put him low C. And I know that sounds like a bit of a cop-out. Maybe some of you guys would say that, yeah, he deserves to be there. Some of you guys might go, he deserves to be like in the FT. He was the worst of the worst. I think, obviously, like, the price-wise wasn't great. And then, obviously, he didn't win any trophies with us. But I'm trying to remember the seasons that he was there before we loaned him back to Atletico, and then they eventually obviously bought him off us again, because he's been awesome for them again. But I'm just trying to remember the like, because he had 3 seasons. Like, I think it was the first season or second season where he like scored 20 goals. Like, again, like he had I think 10 assists, still good. But again, I think we were in a rut, and I don't think he was the reason to point at. I don't think that our managers knew how to play with him. We were playing like a weird formation every week. Felt like we were playing something new. There was times where one of the plays that I'm going to put forward later was a right wing. It was horrible time. So I think he did well for the time that he was there. And look at this guy. Wrecked everything. And that's why when people complain about Laporte, I'm like Laporta, and I'm like, man, you don't know what we've gone through. We've gone through big issues. All right, then we've got Frippo. I'm just gonna put him here. I don't really care. Who cares where you get put, mate? Like, you don't even care. I'm just gonna try to see if I can do this. Hold up. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, you're seeing all the players. Oh no, now it's spoiled. Oh, I've done it again. I'm just trying to make it like so you can see everyone. All right, yeah, sweet as. All right, that looks good. Can you see that? Yeah. All right, next up, Braithwaite F. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care. Cheap, whatever. I don't care. Don't like him. He's rich, though. That's all I heard. Next player, ST, 100%. Don't care what anyone says. He's been my favorite signing since this whole time. What a baller. What a baller. Absolute baller. 10 out of 10 signing. Like, I think he's the best midfielder right now. I think he could end his career in a top tier midfielders. I think he's the best midfielder like right now. I don't think I love Valverde, I love Bellingham, I love Vitinha, I love João Neves, I love all those guys. I love Caicedo. Like, I don't know, they play sort of different styles. I think he's the best midfielder. I think he's the only midfielder that could fit into every team and make every team better. That's my honest opinion. Trincao, look, I don't know. Like, he played. We sold him for pretty good. Like, yeah, let's see. He was average. Like, the games he played, at times I thought it maybe, but yeah, no. Pjanic, your FT, absolutely rubbish. The only thing I was excited about was his free kicks coming in, and then he was rubbish, so I don't care about him. Is this Dest? Yeah, look, again, came at a rough time for us. Played right back, played left back, played left wing, played right wing, like played everywhere at times. I don't think he was bad. He was bad. He was bad. I'm sorry. I lied. He was bad. I think the only thing is that he, again, played for us in a bad time, and he did the job. He did the job. I think at times it was like, yeah, cool. I thought at one point maybe he was a reply. Oh, if I made a compilation of the amount of times that I said, but if I go back and rewatch it, like if I go through every right back I've talked about, I've said the same thing. It's horrible. Aguero, I'm gonna put him in unknown. I don't think he deserves to be hated on, because we don't know. He only played a couple of games, scored 1 goal, heart conditions, so can't judge him on that. Then we've got it's Eric Garcia. Okay, Eric Garcia, I'm putting him in B. I think that he gets judged too harshly. I think that he has played defensive mid for us, and he's been great. Centre back, he's been pretty good. Right back, he's been good this season. I think that, yeah, can't hate on a brother who can do a couple of things. And in honesty, him coming in for Koundé this season just made me go, yeah, wow, like this guy is so hardworking, doesn't complain, and just does his job. And he's happy, always is smiling. And I like that, he's getting a little bit more cocky about himself, which is good. Players need a bit of more confidence. Next up, Emerson Royale, just trash. Absolute trash. This guy is trash. I don't know why AC Milan got him. I don't know why. Who else signed him? Tottenham signed him for a lot of money, actually, from us. Trash. This guy, I'm putting him in B because I think he came at a hard time. I think he did all he could do. And I really had faith in him. Again, I said this a million times because there's a lot of players that I want to do well, and that is Memphis Depay. Memphis Depay, probably C. I'm trying to see if he was better, but I don't think I can. I think he was here. Nah, he wasn't better than Linglet, I don't think. He would be there. That would be my honest opinion. Again, I like him, maybe because I like his tattoos, I like his swagger, I like the way he acts. But yeah, I'm probably wrong. He probably wasn't that great. Alright, Yusuf Demi, F, trash. Came in, I thought we had a young gun, gonna change everything, trash. Luke De Jong, B baby. This guy came in, every time he was sub on, he would just score a goal, and it was always like a header, or just like a crazy goal that was like, it was 1-1, and we were like, it was a draw, we were about to like walk out of that game with nothing, and this guy would just always come in clutch, and it was just like, how do you keep doing this? How do you keep clutching up? So that two years he was awesome. I think he played well. Then we've got Dani Alves, and I think he came in, we couldn't find a replacement. I'm gonna put him I don't know, maybe just about here. I don't want to talk too much about him because he frustrates me because of all that he's done. But I think for Dani Alves, I think we couldn't find he came for one season, we couldn't find a right back, we brought him back. He actually played better than most right backs that we did bring back. But again, I just don't think he was the man for it. I'm actually looking at the Depay thing, and it's a little bit annoying because I really do wish he was better. But he really wasn't, so I can't now. If anything, he actually probably needs to go a bit lower. Even Dani Alves, what are you doing here, buddy? You're here. The only reason you're not looking F right now is because of I'm holding aside what you did for us before that. Anyways, let's just leave him there for now. Then we've got Fernan Torres. Some of you guys will be like, what is he doing? But he would be here. And look, to be fair, he actually has a case to be here or here. Fernan Torres, the most underrated player for Barcelona, I would say. Because was he signed to be a starter? Yeah, I believe so. I don't think he was signed for, I think it was like 50, 60 mil not to be a starter. But I got his stats up the other day. And first season, 26 games, 7 goals, 6 assists. Cool, not bad. Again, played in different spaces, and that was it wasn't the best season for us. And then the season that we won, played 45 games, 7 goals, 3 assists. That was the season that I was like, we need to get rid of him. Then 23-24, 11 goals, 3 assists. And I was like, okay, maybe it's time to get rid of him. Then, new manager, and not just any manager, but a good manager comes in. A good manager comes in. Again, not to say Xavi was a bad manager, but Xavi was inexperienced. But we got a manager that knew what he was doing. And Fernand Torres, wow. 4 seasons at Barcelona, 19 goals, 7 assists last season. I'm putting you in 8. Yeah, I'll leave you in 80. Because you don't complain. You've never asked to be subbed on, subbed off. You rejected Saudi because you wanted to stay at the club. You have been awesome. I don't care what anyone says. I'm leaving you there. Then we've got Adama Traore. And I'm putting him like low F. I think it was still a failure. I don't care what anyone says. He's big and silly and I don't care. Aubameyang, I'm putting him high. I'm putting him there, yeah, perfect. High B. I want to put him in 80. And when we got rid of him because we had Lewandowski, I was pretty annoyed because I was like, why would we do that? We got a player that came in, clutched up, actually did really well for us, and then obviously Lewandowski did better. But again, I really like him. I really like Aubameyang. Came in, didn't complain, got the job done, left, and that was it. That was that. Low C, I'm putting Pablo Toure. Again, he's a great player. I still believe in him. I still back him. But we obviously didn't get a chance to see much of him because he didn't play much. The times that we did see him play this season in the Copa del Rey, for me a big thing was like great goals that he scored. I think, look, I still feel for him. I wish he just, I don't know. It's hard. It's a hard one because he was young. I think he's got like high talents. He's technically gifted, but I just think we've got too many midfielders as well right now, and I don't think Barcelona will get rid of La Masia midfielders for him. That's why I would put him in low C. He probably is in low C. He's probably better than some of these guys. Like he probably would be there maybe. Then we've got a player that scored a winner for us. A player who we signed for cheap, for nothing, and then we sold him a season later, which I was shocked that we did. But I was happy with him. I would put him in high C's. Guess. I think if he stayed a little bit longer, he would have been there. But again, like I don't have an issue with him. Was he the right signing for us? I actually don't know. Like I didn't know why we were signing him at first. I thought it would have been pretty cool to sign someone who was a bit stronger, who played a little bit different styles to most La Masia players. But again, like I thought it was good. The next player is definitely going to A, and it's Christensen. Christensen, when he's not injured, gives us a 7, 8 out of 10 every week. Awesome defender, very intelligent, very hardworking, doesn't complain, just gets the job done. I really like Christensen. I think, and we got him for nothing, so that was really cool. So I don't know. I think he's high A. I hope we don't sell him. I hope he sticks around, unless it was like for 50 mil or whatever, and then we sign another better defender. But I really do like him. I think out of the Araujo or Christensen, I think Christensen's a better player. I think he's more consistent, but his injury does not help him whatsoever. Then we've got a player that I'm gonna sneak into. I'm gonna sneak into S, and I know I might get hated on, but he deserves it, and that goes to Raphinha. After his season this year, like to be in conversations for Ballon d'Or, you can't say anything lower than that. We've had players who have played for us. We've signed Griezmann and Coutinho and Dembélé and all these phenomenal players, and Raphinha was the guy that everyone was actually hating on. Everyone was making comments about him, like what a stupid thing to purchase, and he's from Leeds, and what good comes out of Leeds, and all this and all that, and then has a season like that. And again, this is why I say like a good manager can change everything in a team. But that's my one. The next one is going S tier as well, and that's Robert Lewandowski. Great season. Like, this season that went by, like, did he miss some great opportunities and moments that he could have scored more? 100%. The first El Clasico could have scored 4 goals rather than 2. First season had a phenomenal season for us. Second season, not that great. Last season, great season. He scored great. He scored more than 40 goals. Did his job as a 37-year-old. And I know that this will probably be his last season. So yeah, I like him a lot. Next up goes to A as well. Jules Koundé. This is why I feel like Frankie de Jong's better than these guys. I would actually put him there. I'm going to leave him there because I really like him. And the seasons that he's played for us when we were bad, he was great. And last season, he was awesome. But Jules Koundé, man, came to start as our centre-back, played as a right-back, was not happy, but then he stuck at it, and he's been phenomenal last season. I would say he was the second best right-back behind... sorry, my dog's just whacking the door. He was right behind, I would say, Hakimi. That would have been my option. Then we've got Hector Bellerin. I would put Bellerin. He wasn't great. Come on, let's be honest. He wasn't great at all. I would put Bellerin there. I don't think he was great. When we signed him, I was a little bit excited because it was like, I wasn't heaps excited, don't get me wrong. But I was a little bit excited because I was like, he used to be really good. He used to be a La Masia. Marcus Alonso, I would put him in the middle of everything. He had a fairly good season. Not great, sorry. Wow, I don't like him that much. Yeah, be higher than these guys. Who cares about the middle section? They're just all pretty average. But again, he played 2 full seasons. I wasn't happy with it because I think we could have done a lot better. Arahu, again, another right back we try to sign to replace a void of the right backs. Look at this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I going? I'm sick, guys. Leave me alone. That's 5 that I've just counted from just here alone. And then obviously Dani Alves is here. Where was he? 6. Just every right back. So this guy comes in, revolutionizes it for us, and it's crazy. This guy trash. This guy comes in and becomes our starter. I hope we actually don't get a right back unless we sign a phenomenal right back and then we move him into the centre back role. But I actually don't think we should. I think he should be our right back. I think he's a phenomenal player. Gundogan is a bit of an anomaly, but I'm going to put him here because I know that he had 1 good season. See, we always sign a player for every season, and there you go. But again, I think we did sell him at the right time because obviously last season he had a stinker. It wasn't great whatsoever. So we sold him at the right time. But the season that he did play was awesome. Inigo Martinez is next. I want to put him here because of just last season. Am I giving too much recency biased? But we love him. Barca fans, we just lost him and I love him. He came for nothing. He left for nothing. He didn't complain. He didn't cry. He didn't do any. He came and he won us trophies. He held the high line. I'm going to leave him there. I don't care what anyone says. You could say I'm biased. You could say all that trash. I don't know who this bloke is. I'm going to leave him there. I actually can't work it out. So if someone in the comments can tell me who that is, I've actually got no idea who that is. Usually I'm pretty good with Barca players. I will see a Barca player and I'll be like, oh yeah, of course I know who that is. I watch these guys every day, every week. Of course I know who that is. No, don't know. No, I don't want to talk about him. He's a meme in the Barca world. He's a meme in the Barca world. For some reason he would have occasionally a good game, but brother, heck no. This guy, I don't like him. I never have liked him. I never will like him. Trash. I know we didn't really buy him, we loaned him, but trash. I don't like João Felix at all. I've never liked João Felix. I just think that he's too much focused about him and that's it. It's about him. Brother goes to every team under the sun. At the end of his career, he'll have more teams than Zlatan and Anelka combined together at this point. Cancelo, is our next player. And Cancelo, I'm going to put him in B. Because I think he actually played well for the season he was there. I think he contributed. People will say his defense wasn't great. I don't think we actually signed him for defense. I think he could have done better in the defense for sure. Don't get me wrong. But I still liked him. I think he had a great season. Towards the end, he was getting a bit slower, and I'm glad we didn't sign him because, again, if we did, I don't think Koundé would have been as consistent with being right back. I think we would have changed around too much. Next up, Victor Roy. Where is he? No, you're way lower than that, brother. I know this isn't in no order anymore. I've given up on that, but he's in the F tier. Pau Victor, I'll put him in C. Honestly, I think he didn't complain. The games that he played, he did all he could. Sold him for good money, and that was it. Like it was all sweet. It was all done. God bless. See you later. Dani Olmo, I'm putting him high here. The reason why I haven't put him in B is just again like I like Olmo. I don't think we should have signed him honestly, but he's glass. He's glass that gets dropped, and he just breaks all the time. Like, what's the point of having a guy that we've signed who's good, but he's always injured or there's something wrong with him? Again, I respect him, and maybe I should put him here. Maybe I should leave him there, but for me, I'm also like, what's good for a player to come, but he's always injured, and I respect him for like with the whole registration thing, he stuck it out, but I don't know. I have no idea. All right, Szczesny. Again, one of those players that came in, has done great. Service has been awesome. He did all he could this season, and I think he ended well. And he's extending his contract by another year, just to give us another go and be a backup. And he doesn't want to start, which I really like. And then we've got this guy again. I don't know why they've doubled him up, unless I'm wrong. No, that's Douglas, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? Where is he? I'm sure it's the same player, lads. I don't know. Oh well. So he's there now. Alright, next three are the three new Barca signings. We've got Rashford. Rashford, not here because he's bad or anything. I don't know. We don't know. In pre-season, I would say he'd be a B, C, as in like just from the games I've seen, he's been pretty good. Pretty good. Rooney, I would put in B for sure. I think, again, don't judge it as in I'm saying that's where they are. I'm saying from what I've seen, like these guys could be higher. These guys could be like they could fall and have a horrible season. And Garcia, 3 new players we've signed. 3 new players that we will see this year, and I'm so excited. I just wish we could sign one more defender, just so we don't have to see Gerard Martin play as our centre back. I mean, who knows? This guy could come alive and clutch up. I don't know. I still think we need to sign a centre back that could be a starter, that could win us and bring us the Champions League again. But that's my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. It's a long one, but I really wanted to do this just to like, I don't know. I thought it would be fun. But I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See ya.